Hey guys, in 2017, one of the best ways to find deals I'm going to tell you is right now, driving for dollars. Now I know a lot of y'all are like, I don't really want to hear that. I hate driving for dollars. It's a lot of work, right? Well, do you want to be lazy or do you want to make money in 2017? Because I ask this question every year to a lot of individuals and I'm like, do you want to be lazy or do you want to be successful? And they always tell me, I want to make money, I want to be successful, yet then their actions go and show they want to be lazy. So here's the thing. There's a lot of lazy ways to make money in this business, but you make small amounts of money. MLS offers in a competitive market, for sale by owner sites, online auction sites, buying from wholesalers. Yes, you can get deals all these different ways, but they're going to be small deals and you're going to have to do a lot of them and you're going to have to do a lot more work on the back side. Why not do a little bit more on the front side and make a lot more per deal? So why do I know 2017 is going to be a great year for driving for dollars as far as making big money on big deals? Because we had the same market we did last year and the year before. And some of the biggest deals I know of, including the biggest deal that I know is done, and a number of houses that were sold or flipped for over $100,000 profits came from driving for dollars or referral marketing, right? So you're going to have to get out there and start hitting the neighborhoods. And so in today's video, I'm going to talk about all those indicators, those things you need to look for when driving around houses as far as building your driving for dollars mailing list. So, number one, bushes, high grass, and fallen down trees. This is a great indicator that the property is vacant and that someone at least has no pride of ownership or doesn't have the money to fix the house up. Why is this important? Because this is a great opportunity to pick this deal up. So, a vacant house means what? It means someone's paying for the taxes and insurance, they're not renting it out, and they're not living there, so they're not getting the benefit of it, but they're paying for it. So these are highly motivated individuals and a great person to add to the list. Also, as you're driving around, look for houses that have fences that are either worn down, have a lot of deferred maintenance, and if they're falling down, guys, these are someone you want to put on your mailing list. They're a great house to go after because a lot of times if they can't fix the fence, they don't have the money to fix up the rest of the house, and eventually they're going to have to sell that house at a massive discount. Another thing you want to look for, guys, is when you're traveling around, at least if you're walking neighborhoods or you have your guys, your teams doing neighborhood canvassing, which is what we do. We have neighborhood canvassing teams go out and we make them write down certain addresses while they're out there in the field. So as they're going around, if they look into the yard, especially if it's in the front yard, if they have trash backed up, but if they have a backyard and it's just stacked high with trash, guys, these are houses you want to put on your mailing list and put them on a drip campaign. Typically people move every 7 years. So if you mail a house, once a quarter for say 50 cents a postcard, which you should be doing less than that, should be less costly than that, you're basically paying $2 a year times 7 years, $14, so $13 to $15 a house, right? So if you get these houses on your list and you mail them every single quarter, you're going to get a lot of deals. So go ahead and start building your driving for dollars list. So there's a lot of different ways that you can look for these. Another thing you can look for, guys, is this is an indicator that we look for. If you're in a neighborhood and there's a car in the driveway and it has a for sale sign on it, right? Or it has on the back windshield or on the windshield or on the back window and it says for sale. If they have to sell that car, that is an indicator of financial distress. They're probably in a situation where they may have to sell the house. So guys, you got to look for these signs of financial distress. So what's another one? Window units. If you're driving through a neighborhood, and not just any neighborhood, this has to be a specific type of neighborhood. So in a neighborhood where window units are in every house, this isn't going to work for you. But if you're going down a house or going down a neighborhood street and you look at all the houses and all these houses are nicer houses and they all have HVAC, central air and heat, and then one random house has a bunch of window units, that house has financial distress. These individuals do not have the money to fix that HVAC system, nor do they have any intention on doing it, which means they may be in a situation where they're looking to sell the house quickly. So guys, also, as you're driving around, other things to look for, stacks of newspapers, right? If those newspapers are stacking up for a while, not just like 1 week, but there's a number of them, because if it's just one, they may be out of town or whatever, but if they have 5 or 6 newspapers, or they're stacking up around the front of the house or around the door, this is an indication that, hey, that house is probably abandoned, that house is probably vacant, and that means somebody's paying for that house but not getting any usage or bringing in any income from that property. So guys, not only are we looking for houses with broken windows, we're looking for houses with boarded up windows, right? So if anything on the house has been boarded up, this is a great opportunity to mail these houses or skip trace these houses. You can go to like that'sthem.com or findtheseller.com and skip trace these houses. Another indicator that we look for is falling down gutters, right? So if you're driving around and you see gutters falling off the house, what does that mean? Well, it probably means that someone there has no ability to fix them up, or there's just nobody there in the first place. So these are good indicators as far as houses to put on your list. And guys, here in just a second, I'm going to give you a couple top secret tips that we use to get deals every year that most people aren't talking about, and you're probably not going to hear anywhere else. So guys, also, what are we looking for? We're looking for roofs. Roofs that need major damage, or that have major damage, or definitely need repair. So if you're driving by and the roof is sagging, or it has a tarp on it, or there's clearly areas that are really needing, or in really high stress that need repair quickly, these are a great opportunity for you to mail this house. Another thing that we're looking for is doors hanging down, right? Screen doors hanging off the front, or the broken screen door in the front. Guys, anything that's clearly needing repair that has not been repaired, these are great opportunities for you to mail these houses. So as our neighborhood canvassers are walking through, they're looking for these signals, these indicators. They have a notepad with them, they write the addresses down, and then they bring them back to us. We also give them a small reward for every house that we buy off that list. We give them a commission, or a referral, or a bird dog fee, or whatever you want to call it, and as well as we also give them a small amount per lead that they bring us. So, but they have to be quality leads. So what are some other things that we're looking for, guys? We're looking for houses as they're driving around. This is a great indicator that this is a house to buy. If they look in the back in the pool, right? The pool is either black or green, or it's completely drained out or empty, right? So if there's major issues with the pool, this is a big ticket item that not many people have the money to fix. That, if you start marketing to them, you may be able to buy that deal. Another thing that probably y'all never heard of that we market to every year is we make them write down the addresses that have wheelchair ramps. This is a very good tip I just gave you. So as you're driving around, if you see a house that has a wheelchair ramp, what does that mean? Well, it means somebody inside is either living there now or was handicapped at one point, and that house most likely has been conditioned or rearranged into a situation where it's not something that is going to be very appealing for a retail buyer. So when they go to sell that house and the retail buyers start coming in and they start to see the oversized doorways, or they see the kitchen that has no upper cabinets and it has just lower cabinets, or they see the merges, right, the wheelchair ramp merges between the different rooms and down into the living room, as well as the oversized showers, guys. Homeowners want to buy a turnkey house. Believe it or not, they don't want to come in and have to do the work themselves. That's what we're here for. And so a lot of times these individuals, they don't have the ability to take care of the house. It's got a lot of deferred maintenance. The layout of the house is not appealing to most people as far as the traditional buyer goes, and they literally get stuck where they don't have the money to fix it up. They can't sell it to a retail buyer, and so an investor has to come in and buy those houses. So these are great ways to pick up other deals. Now, I gave you just a bunch of different ways to go find these houses. What y'all need to be doing, guys, is every time you're out in the field, you need to have a pad in your car. You need to be writing these addresses down and building your own list, because the lazy investor comes in last every time. So when you're building your own Driving for Dollars list, you can't buy this list anywhere. These houses you're going to have so little competition on, you're going to be able to pick up really big deals, and that is why we get big deals, is because you buy a list from a list broker, right? They're selling that list to a lot of other investors. You go get that list down at the county. They're giving that list out to other investors in your area. If you go compile your own list of houses that have deferred maintenance in your area, you're going to be the only one marketing to those properties, or one of very few. And what does that mean? That means the price doesn't get driven up and you get bigger deals. So you want to make some of those big $50,000, $60,000 renovation, buy, fix, and flips. This is how you get those deals. You have to get out in the neighborhood, stop being lazy, build your own list, and market to these people continuously until they sell the property. So I hope that helps, guys. I promise you, if you go out and do this and you work on your referral marketing, these are some of the best strategies, because you're getting to deals that nobody else knows about. When you're going in the neighborhood and you're getting these houses, or you're going neighborhood canvassing, you're hitting every door, and you're not just sitting at home on the computer trying to make offers on all the houses everybody else is, you're finding those leads that nobody else knows about. Assisted living facility leads, right? People moving for job transfer, people moving for school start for their children. There's no list for these, so you have to go out there and find them on your own. So guys, I hope that helps. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good day.